Hi everyone, Bruce here at eTrailer. Today we're going to take a look at and install the eTrailer trailer hitch receiver on our 2025 Kia Carnival. Now taking a closer look at the hitch, my first impressions are I really like the eTrailer hitch. It does have the matte black finish and it really matches the black up on our bumper. Now this does have a 2" by 2" receiver tube and it accepts a 5/8 pin and clip, and some of your accessories don't come with the pin and clip, so you may want to go ahead and pick one up. Now looking down at our safety loops here, it is a big flat plate and it will accept the S-style hooks, and I would recommend you actually flip that over and go this direction with it, or it will accept the bigger clevis style hooks as well. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the weight capacities. Now, we have a 4,000 pound gross trailer weight rating on here, and that's anything that's pulling on the hitch itself, and that includes your trailer weight, anything you've got loaded on it or in it. Now that number is a pretty big number. It's going to really open up some adventures for you, whether you're carrying bike racks, cargo carrier, or even a small utility trailer or even a small camper. Now this hitch does have a gross tongue weight of 600 pounds, and that's the downforce of anything you've got loaded on it. So this hitch really will accommodate if you're hauling a couple of e-bikes. It should have no problem doing that. Now we're going to go ahead and take a few measurements. The first measurement I'm going to take is from the ground to the top of the opening of the receiver tube, and you're looking at roughly 11.5 inches. And the reason I'm giving you that number is that's going to let you know that you're may need a rise shank, and it's like your bike carriers or even your cargo carriers do have a rise shank that do come with some of them, or you can get the ball mount, and you're probably going to want to rise as well to give you a little more ground clearance. Now the next measurement I'm going to take is from the center of our pinhole here to the edge of the bumper, and you're looking at about 3.5 inches. The reason I'm giving you that number is that's going to tell you how long of a shank you need. If you've got a folding bike carrier that does fold up, you're going to make sure you do have it extended on here so it's not going to hit the back of your hatch. Now, if you have purchased a hitch for your Carnival already, let us know how you're using it. Are you towing a trailer, you got bicycles, or even a cargo carrier? Just let us know how you're using it out there and what adventures you are taking. As far as the install goes, I really think you can do this out on your driveway or in your garage. It is pretty simple. Now, there is a little bit of trimming on an underbody panel, but it really is no big deal. And if you want to go ahead and give it a try, follow me. I'll show you how. To begin our installation, we do have to lower this underbody panel here, and we've got some push pins. We can take a screwdriver or you can use a trim tool. You're going to pop those down and then go ahead and pull them out. Now we do have a push pin that's kind of hidden towards the front of the vehicle. This is on the driver's side. And we can go ahead and pull this panel down. Now keep this panel, we do have to do some trimming and we will put it back up. Now we do have to go ahead and lower our exhaust, so you're going to want to get a strap and put a strap here to hold it up when we do take our isolators off. There is an isolator over here. We're going to take our pry tool and you're going to want to spray that down with silicone penetrating oil or even some soapy water just to help get that off. There are a total of 3 isolators. This is our second one. We're going to see if we get enough movement with the muffler taken off the second one. We may have to take off the third one. There we go. Now, taking off all 3 is going to give us a lot more room under there. As you see how we're using the strap just to hold our muffler up so it's not hanging on the exhaust itself. So now we need to go ahead and clean out our weld nuts that are in the frame just to make sure the threads are nice and clean. And what I like to do is just go ahead and run a bolt up in there, or you can run a tap or if you've got a wire brush as well. Just make sure that the bolt's going to go ahead and go in easily. And then once you do that, we are going to remove this putty right here on the side just so it doesn't interfere with our hitch. You can grab a putty knife and just start kind of scraping away at it. Now that we do have the putty removed, we've got enough there removed that we need, I believe. Now we're going to go ahead to our attach points, which are the weld nuts here. And we're going to use our hardware. You're going to have a bolt, and then you're going to have a conical tooth washer. Now that conical tooth washer, make sure the teeth are facing the hitch when we do go to put that on. Now grabbing our hitch, we can go ahead and throw it up. You're probably going to want an extra set of hands because it is quite heavy. I've got Mr. Thomas here with me, and we're going to throw that up. Now, over on the passenger side, you're going to have the same welded nuts. Now we got all of our bolts in, we're going to go ahead and snug them up. This is a 19 millimeter. And you'll just do that same thing to the passenger side. Now when you do go torque this down, just look at your manufacturer's instructions. It'll tell you what you need to be at. And if you don't have a torque wrench, we do carry them here at eTrailer, or you can rent one from your local auto parts store. Now we're ready to go ahead and trim the under panel piece that we took off earlier. In the manufacturer's instructions, it does have measurements here. So just follow those measurements, and if you cut a little bit, you can always cut more, but if you cut too much, you can't add it. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to use a multi-tool today. You can use a utility knife or even a pair of tin snips. Once you do have it trimmed out, and we went ahead and test fitted it, and we did have to cut a little bit more, so you may have to do the same, but all we got to do is put everything back to the way it was. This is where your push pins were, and that's just going to go back. Now we can go ahead and reinstall the exhaust the exact same way we took it off. Once you've got everything put back in place, that does complete our installation of the eTrailer trailer hitch on our 2025 Kia Carnival. I'm Bruce. Thanks for watching.